mother's last cry. In a poor and simple rural village, a widowed mother, Zarina, lived with her only son, Ameen. They were very poor, but they were everything to each other. Zarina washed clothes for people, cleaned houses, and worked tirelessly day and night to ensure her son received a good education. Ameen was a smart, kind, and respectful boy. One day, Ameen left for the city to take his university entrance exam. His mother bid him farewell with prayers, but he never returned. 2 days passed, then 3, then a week. But there was no sign of Ameen. His mother knocked on every door, pleaded with every policeman, and visited every mosque to pray, but no one knew where Ameen was. Days turned into weeks, and Zarina held on to only one hope, that one day the doorbell would ring and her son would return. But one day, a terrifying piece of news spread through the village. In the city's garbage dump, the body of a young man had been found. Zarina ran as fast as she could, only to find her son lying there, covered in blood. With trembling hands, she touched Ameen's face and wiped away the blood. His body bore the marks of brutal torture. His eyes were swollen shut. His nails had been pulled out, and there was a rope mark around his neck. It was clear that Ameen had been kidnapped, tortured, and eventually murdered. The mother collapsed onto her son and let out a cry so deep and painful that the sky seemed to tremble. The birds stopped mid-flight, and even the wind fell silent. It was the cry of a mother's world shattering, the cry of a heart consumed by grief. After that day, Zarina visited her son's grave daily, sitting alone, speaking to him, and wetting the soil with her tears. Months passed, and then one day, the villagers noticed that she was no longer seen. When they entered her small home, they found her lying on her bed, her eyes open, but her soul had departed. People whispered, she died with her son. Her heart could no longer bear the pain, and on the grave, only a single dried petal remained, like a mother's final tear.